Hi everyone, my name is Bianca Johnson. I'm the Family Engagement Coordinator for Charlottesville City Schools, and today we are going to read The Hula Hoopin' Queen by Thelma, Lynne, Godin. Today is the day I'm going to beat Jamara Johnson at hooping. Then I'll be the Hula Hoopin' Queen of 139th Street. Jamara says she's going to be the queen forever, but last week I almost beat her. I sort through my hoops and pick out my favorite, and then I feel it coming on. The itch. The hula hoopin' itch. My fingers start snapping, my feet start tapping, my hips start swinging, and I'm just reaching for a hoop when Mama says, "Girl, don't you even think about it. You know today is Miss Adeline's birthday." Heat washes up over me, and I stamp my foot. Don't get me wrong. I love Miss Adeline. She lives right next door. Miss Adeline took care of Mama when she was little, and she took care of me too. She's like my very own grandmama. "But Mama," I burst out, "I can't help with Miss Adeline's party. I'm supposed to meet Jamara. Today's the day." Mama stands still as water in a puddle. She gives me her look, and then she hands me a broom. I sigh loudly and start sweeping, but when Mama's not watching, I push my favorite hoop a little closer to the door with my toe. Mama and I dust every room and scrub down the floors. We polish every window till we can see clear to New Jersey. After that, I peel potatoes while Mama starts mixing up her special double fudge chocolate cake. "Kamika, set the oven to 350 degrees, Mama says as she empties the last of the sugar into the mixing bowl, "and add sugar to the grocery list." I push the button on the oven and look out the window. It's already getting late. I bet Jamara's telling everyone I'm too scared to hoop her. While the cake bakes, we make up plates of fancy sandwiches. Then Mama slices strawberries and shows me how to make whipped cream. When the timer rings, Mama opens the oven. "Kamika," Mama yells as she checks the oven temperature, "you only set it to 250 degrees. Miss Adeline's birthday cake looks like someone sat on it. Mama says we'll have to start over. Mama sends me to the store to buy more sugar. On my way out the door, I grab a hoop like I usually do. But when I get outside, I remember that I'm on a mission. Miss Adeline's party will be starting in a couple of hours. Mama has to finish the potato salad, and we still have to make another cake. I don't even twirl my hoop as I hurry down the street. I don't stop to blow kisses to Miss Evelyn or wave to Mr. John in the bakery. I'm coming out of the store when I see Jamara and Portia hooping on the corner of 139th and Broadway. "We thought you weren't coming, Kamika," says Jamara with a smirk. I need to get the sugar back to Mama, but Jamara sounds so smug I can't stand it. "Well, you thought wrong," I told her. "You ready?" she asked. I was born ready. And then I feel it coming out, the itch, the hula hoopin' itch. "Whoever hoops the longest is the winner," Portia says. As soon as she shouts go, my fingers start snapping and my feet start tapping. My hips start swinging and I just know I'm going to beat Jamara today. Neighborhood kids crowd around as Jamara and I hoop. Cars honk and slow down. Trucks roar past, throwing up heat and dust from the pavement. Swish, swiggle, swish. Jamara frowns. "You've been practicing some," she says. "That's right, girl." A grin greater than the Brooklyn Bridge stretches across my face. The sun moves between the buildings and the sidewalk starts cooling down. But Jamara and me keep on hooping. "I've got donuts for Miss Adeline's party," Mr. John calls out as he closes up the bakery. Swish, swiggle, "Miss Adeline's cake," I shout. My hoop clatters to the sidewalk. I grab it and the sugar and race up the block. I can hear Jamara laughing behind me. By the time I reach our apartment, Mama is madder than a hornet. "Kamika Hayes," she scolds. "I'm sorry, Mama. I saw Jamara and..." "Girl, I don't want to hear that hula hooping nonsense. It's too late now. Miss Adeline's already here. You take yourself on into the living room and explain to Miss Adeline why she won't have a cake for her birthday." Miss Adeline brought her own music and she's got it turned up loud. She's sitting and listening to a jazzy blues tune, nodding her head like a spring robin looking for a worm. "Hi, Miss Adeline," I say. "Happy birthday." "Kamika, come here, baby. Give me a kiss." I come in close and kiss Miss Adeline's soft cheek, and then I whisper in her ear, "You don't really like cake much, do you?" Baby girl, you know I sure do love cake. Chocolate cake with strawberries and real whipped cream on top. She pats my arm. Oh yes, that is my favorite cake. Miss Adeline smiles at me. I try to smile back, but my heart is racing as fast as the roller coaster on Coney Island. I can't tell her about the cake just yet. Pretty soon the neighbors start arriving. Miss Evelyn's wearing her Sunday church hat. Mr. John's all spruced up in a pinstripe suit. Jamar and Portia sashay in with their parents. They're still carrying their hoops from earlier today. Girls, I don't want to see any hoops, says Mama firmly to Jamara and Portia. Okay, Mrs. Hayes, says Jamara. She flashes her big smirking smile at me. Kamika, you're about done with hooping after today, aren't you? I smile right back at her. Don't you bet on it, Jamara. Most of the presents are still unopened when Miss Adeline says, well, I do believe it's time for birthday cake. I swallow hard. Miss Adeline, I say slowly, we made a cake, but it didn't turn out right. Then we needed more sugar to make another one, but I didn't get the sugar back to Mama in time because I was hooping. I was trying to beat Jamara so I could be the Hula Hoopin queen of 139th Street. It's my fault there isn't any cake. No cake, says Miss Adeline, raising her eyebrows. I look over at Jamara. She's spinning one of Mr. John's donuts round and round her finger like it's a hula hoop. And suddenly that gives me an idea. I'll be right back, I yell as I race from the room. In the kitchen, I set a chocolate donut on a pretty plate. I add whipped cream and strawberries. Mama comes in to help. I put a candle on top and she lights it. As I carry the donut cake to Miss Adeline, Mama starts singing happy birthday and everyone joins in. The candle glows as bright as the smile on Miss Adeline's face. Why, this is just about perfect, Miss Adeline says, taking a bite of her donut birthday cake. Now, Kamika, didn't you say you were hooping? When I was a girl, I was the best hula hooper on this block. Adeline, don't you start that nonsense, Miss Evelyn says as she marches on over to us. You know very well I was the best. Miss Adeline looks at me. Baby girl, why don't you bring some hoops on in here and let me show this old girl what she forgot. My eyes find Mama's. She shakes her head, but Miss Adeline's already pushing back the chairs to make room. Then she slides a hoop over her head, and right then I know. Miss Adeline's just like me. She's got the itch, the hula hooping itch. Her fingers start snapping and her feet start tapping and her hips start swinging, and before we know it, the hoop is swishing right around Miss Adeline's waist. Then she's got it swinging around her neck. I glance over at Mama and see a smile pulling at her lips in spite of herself. Miss Adeline shimmies the hoop down past her knees. She spins it around her ankle as she hops on one foot and then the other. With the hoop still swishing round and round, Miss Adeline heads for the door. Miss Evelyn grabs one of my hoops and Mr. John grabs another. Even Mama's hips are swinging as the whole party spills out on the street. Everyone's got the itch, the hula hooping itch. Pretty soon, hoops are swinging and swinging all the way down the block. Kamika, this is the best birthday party I've ever had, Miss Adeline hollers. Jamara hoops on over to me. Kamika, she says, I know who the real hula hooping queen of 139th Street is. I do too, I say. Jamara settles her hoop around her waist. You ready, Kamika? I was born ready, I say. The sidewalk is cooler than a spring rain, and the sunlight shines like stars. Swish, swiggle, swish. The end.